All right, everybody. Good evening. How is everybody today? See you coming on. Let's see here. One person. Miss Lee, Miss Cockrell. Good. All right. Miss Erica, I see you on. I'll be bringing you on in just a little bit. So, let me know. Does your camera work? You have a webcam, Erica, on your computer or whatnot. You can type that in the chat room. Yes or no. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So we will be bringing you on here shortly as one of the panelists, and we are so excited about it too. Extremely excited about it. It's going to be a good session tonight. Yep. Excited. I know many are rushing to get home. We just finished walking through the facility and everything, preparing for Sunday night. And so many will be watching the replay because we had Bible study tonight, and then many are kind of still walking through and preparing the facility for Saturday night. But other than that, we are going to prepare for our session. We're a little bit early starting off tonight, so we're just a minute into the start time. Oh yeah, hope everyone has enjoyed a great day on today. Y'all have to excuse my pit bull. She has been without me all day, and then I get in, I spoke to her, gave her a little pat on the head, and came in to get ready for my webinar, and she is just letting me have it. Yeah, she's letting me have it right now. Good. Marson, good to see you. Good. All right, so while others are coming on, let's just talk about Saturday's event. We're going to share the video again on tonight on Facebook. So as many of you all that possibly can to share the video once I release it again. Sunday. Did I say Saturday again? Sunday. So Sunday night. I think I keep saying Saturday because there are many that are traveling here Saturday. So many people will be here already. They're going to be worshiping with us on Sunday at our Shreveport location, and we're excited about that. So many will be here on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, but the event is Sunday, okay? Doors going to open at 6 o'clock. All right. We want as many of you that can make it there. However, the promotion on social media, we want as many of you as possible that can share it. All right. There are going to be a number of people hitting some platinum positioning on this weekend. That's going to be some platinum 150s. There's going to be some platinum 600s. There's going to be some platinum 1000s created this weekend. So this is going to be a powerful weekend. All right. I spoke with some of our Houston family. They have rented a bus and they'll be traveling down here on the bus. We are extremely excited about it. Dallas crew going to be coming down. We're excited about that. Excited about hosting you all here as well. And so that Dallas crew hope to see you all. Excited about seeing all of you all. Colleen, hope to see you all. Excited about seeing you all. I know y'all try to get to where we are. You know, y'all come to Shreveport. Y'all go to Houston with us. So we hope to see you all in Shreveport this weekend as well. I know the Belton family, the Belton, Texas family won't be able to make it. But we are, you know, excited about coming there. We're going to do something there. We're going to get us a library and do something there. Get it going there. All right. So exciting opportunity that awaits us on this weekend. What time is it? All right, that's 5 minutes in. Okay, so tonight we are going to be talking about connecting with our downline, which is an extremely important part of our business. Okay, so not that you have to have a downline or you have to recruit people into the opportunity or the business endeavor. However, it is available to us to do. And so with that being available to us to do, there are ways that we should do it. Okay, there are ways that we should do it. And when it is done, there are ways to communicate, celebrate victories, share milestones, because these are paying positions. Platinum 150, you're being paid that. Platinum 600, that's paid. That's extra $600 a month. All right. That's what IML is paying you to help them to communicate with the customers, with the people that you have referred to the company. Okay. So being able to celebrate those victories together, being able to share those milestones together of different various ones making these positions, that is important in this type of industry. So we want to we want to connect and be committed to the connection, because the people that we have referred has made an investment based on our word. And because of our opportunity, even if you did not refer the person, we have what's called spillover, which means that I could have referred the person, but put them under you to help you get to the next level in the organization. All right. And so you will be paid by the company as if you referred the people yourself. So it's very possible. We have some on our team who are Platinum 600, who only referred 3 people. They only personally referred 3 people, personally sponsored 3 people in the company. But they're Platinum 600 because they have 12 people in the company. Why? Because of spillover. So as long as you have your personal enrolled 3 people, leaders can put as many people as we possibly can up under you, and you will be paid by IML as if you referred all of those people. It's called spillover. Okay. So if the leaders are going to do that with you and for you, what we ask is that you communicate with those persons. And so tonight, we want to talk about how we connect, okay? How do we connect? How do we, even if that means stepping out of our comfort zone, to commit to making and helping someone else's life be better? So this type of business model is a relationship business. See, that's what I hear when I hear network marketing. I don't hear get rich quick. I don't hear the people at the top make a lot of money, the people at the bottom don't. I don't hear that. When I hear network marketing, and I've been in the industry since September of 1998. September of 1998. That's crazy. Okay. That was the first time I enrolled in any network marketing company. And from 1998 to 2017, I was involved with that one company. That company was Amway. From 1998 to 2017, I was involved with that one company. Okay. Now, of course, I have been a part of one other one. Yeah, that's for sure. Doing the same thing, trading. Okay. And so over the years, I have been able to develop relationship with some great people. Okay. And so when you tap into this industry, what you're tapping into is relationship building. How do you build relationship? How do you build authentic relationships with your downline? All right. How do you mentor them with gentle motivation? How do you inspire them to advance in rank and don't push? Okay. Those are some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. And I'm excited because we have some wonderful persons that are part of our organization. They bring wonderful, amazing skill sets from the industry and their experience in the industry to what it is that we are doing. All right, been successful in building an organization, like I said in the bio, and put in the chat room today. They have experienced an amazing organization. This is not something I've been told. I've followed them for years. They are family. Okay. And so I followed them for years, and we've both gone through the processes of being talked about by family and laughed at and criticized and, ostracized and all of that. But our money good. So the money good, the mind good, thought process is good, family life, everything is just amazing. You understand? So, right, laugh all the way to the bank, over and over again. And so they've had some great experiences, built an organization, 6 figures strong. So amazing, amazing, amazing. Again, this is not just something that I know, some I follow. They've been in magazines with the organizations that they've been a part of for making some great positions and ranks and all of that. During that process, they had to learn how to build relationships and how to see yourself as the entrepreneur. You're really representing the founder of the company. Okay, the person that you're referring to the company may never meet the CEO, so they're meeting the CEO through you. All right, they're meeting the CEO through you. They're not just meeting the CEO of your business, they're meeting the CEO of the business. So how do you create a vision and connect the success of what it is that the business offers to their personal success in life? So I'm going to see how I can bring this on, and I'm just extremely excited about getting her on. I see that. In fact, her name on here is Our Clear Vision. I love it. Let's see if we can do, promote to panelist. We're joining the webinar as a panelist. All right. Are you there? Let's see. Let's see. Erica, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello? I
I'm
heard
here. Can you hear me?
All right, I heard you. There you go.
Yeah. I am here and my camera is ready, but it says, let's see what it says. Technology. It says you can't start your video because the host has stopped it. So you might want to try it again.
I stopped.
Let's see.
Let's see. More. Make host. Can't go to attendee. Whole. Oh, no. I didn't stop it. Let's see. More.
Yep, it's ready. I can see you and you can hear me, but it won't let me click on start video. It says you can start your video. You can't start your video because the host has stopped it. So that's, I don't know where to click. I can't remember.
Yeah, and when I try to click on you, it won't let me click on the video. Look at there.
Let's see.
I'm just going to unmute. Speaker gallery. We're going to get this together here in just a minute. Allow panel as start video. I think I got it that time.
Let's see. Okay. Boom.
Got it. How you doing?
Good. I am fantastic. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Good. Excited about this session tonight.
Me too. I am too.
What we get to bring. Okay, Overseer says he's on his break. Good. We're glad to join you over on your break, Overseer. So excited about what we're going to be talking about tonight. All I wanted to do, I know you don't, just have everything's kind of written out and don't know which direction I'm going at the moment.
Sorry.
But just kind of talk about your processes of when you, I would say, first register someone with your first company, and then over the years, how that went. How did you talk to them? How did you connect to them? Did you just sign them up and they didn't hear from you anymore, until it was time to subscribe and pay again? How was that flow of communication? How did you do that?
Oh my goodness. First of all, thank you for having me on. Thank you for just allowing me to share. I really don't take this lightly. I've been excited all day. And I'm glad you say, I really don't know how things are going to flow or whatever, but most people that know me know I always say this, and you probably heard it. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
That's right.
So I pray, but I prepare too.
That's good stuff. Yes, ma'am.
So for me, this is probably going to resonate with a lot of people. And my husband, he's listening in another room. I think he's going to come up here. When I first learned about network marketing, I had known of Mary Kay, Pampered Chef, Avon, kind of dabbled in that. Patrick's mom, she was doing, what was it? You remember A.L. Williams? So it was around me, but I didn't really have a clear understanding. I was that one that was saying that's a pyramid scheme. That was me. I had no desire. But my husband, who had, was selling insurance with his mom, it was a norm to them. And so for me, it had to come away that when I did started saying something about it, it was so genuine and sincere because of how I learned and came into having my own business. I lost my job. And we had a new house. Patrick was an E6 at the time. He was working 2 jobs. We had a new baby. We had car notes. The IRS was on our back. And so when I lost my job, it was now, those things don't work can you tell me more about it?
Let me see that check.
When those bill collectors started calling, I was like, I may need to have an open mind. So that for me, it was that where I just really was praying to God. I said, God, I see people doing these things. I was up late at night because you can't sleep because the bills are due. I said, I see people doing these things and they're making a lot of money. I don't know what to do. And I literally prayed and cried out to God, please send me something, because my poor husband he had such a burden on his shoulders. And I said, God, I just need something so that I can help my husband out so that he won't feel such a burden. And when I tell you, God heard me. And when I found the opportunity, it was a neighbor. It was a neighbor that came to our home. He was looking to, buy some real estate. He was like you. He was young at the time. And I was trying to figure out, what do you do? I had seen him and he told me, he said, this is what we do. And I'm like, I was like, well, can you tell me more about it? I told him what happened. And one of the things that I did, and it's something that you said that really a lot of people miss, I asked questions. I saw his life. I saw he, had the cars. They had the time freedom. When I was on bed rest, I would look out the window and I would see them, coming back at 10 o'clock in the morning with Neiman Marcus bags and their little dog in their arm and, luxury cars. And here I was, watching my husband walk out the door in a military uniform at, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, come home, change out of that and go work at the mall at the eyeglass place part-time. And so I was just so sick and tired of being broke and losing my job and what we're going to do and how we're going to make it, that I asked questions. And I said, can you tell me, how do you all do this? How do you have this lifestyle? How? And he told me, and I just said, I don't know anything of what I'm doing. I said, if you will hold my hand through the process. And I told my husband, I said, I don't understand this. He understood it. He was like, yeah. He said, let's do it. He was like, you can do this. And so I talked about the time SpongeBob was real popular. I just became a sponge. I listened to a lot of things you said on the past webinars. And if people don't hear this one thing, that you have to, that whole student piece is so important. But sometimes we think we know it all. We've arrived, we got the degrees, we just know it all. But this was different for me. And I said, if you will show me, tell me, I'll do it. And so I did what I saw done, which was duplication. Okay. So if they said something, I'll say, okay, that's what I'm going to say. And if they do this, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And what's very important, and what I tell people is very important, people are going to do what they see you do. They're going to say what they see you say. So you have to be careful. And that's what I did. I said, okay, well, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. But I was like you, well, let me put my own personality to it, because this was a young, affluent white guy. I couldn't go to my brother or my sister, some of them, and talk like how he talked, because then I would sound weird, right. And so I just asked questions. How do I do this? What do I do? And I treated those relationships how I saw him treat me and my family. We literally became family. He literally, oh my God, I could talk about this all night. It makes me emotional. He literally, this young white man literally became Uncle Matt, to my kids at a young age. And his family became my family. And when I remember times when we left and moved away and we would need to come back for an event, it was nothing for him to let my whole family, stay in the RV in the driveway. I will never forget that. Come in their home, give me the code to their home. Some of us won't even let nobody hold our cell phone.
Right.
And that's what did it for me. I did what I saw done, that duplication piece. And I kept doing it ever since. And I treat it like it's a relationship, like you said, not commissionship.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Relationship, not commissionship. God, dog.
Yeah, that it's so important to me. And I even tell people, just please hear me on this. Yes, you paid an amount. Yes, you signed a contract. But when you need me. When something's wrong, call me, text me. Don't worry about, oh, if I'm bothering you. No, we're connected now. And the only way you're going to have to, not have anything to do with me, you got to get rid of us.
That's
and
right.
he's sitting here now. Say hi.
Hi.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
This my road dog. This my ride or die.
Yes. Say we're connected now, so the only way to get rid of this,
Yes.
right? That you
You
bought
have to get rid of me.
You bought me.
Okay.
Yes, I love that. Relationship, not commissionship.
Yeah.
This is beyond just a check.
That's it.
This is beyond just and actually, what I've learned is that that's how your residual grows. If you don't even think about the residual. If you see it's people over profits.
That's it.
Don't even think about, yes, I'm not, I want to be, yes, you're planning, you're setting your goals, you're saying, yes, I want to make this rank by this time, I want to make this rank by this time, but you're not looking at people as a dollar sign.
Right.
Yeah.
People are people. So
Yes.
what you want to do, if you know, first of all, you're passionate about your product. And of course, our product is money. So,
Yeah, if you're not passionate about it, something's wrong.
Right. Our product is money. So it don't take a long time to get passionate about that. No.
Yeah, go without it and see how passionate you get to get.
Yes, and amen. Yes, and amen.
Real quick.
So it doesn't take a long time to get passionate about that. Now, so the product can help the next person. The product can help the product can help the person. So then with that being in place now, I'm not looking at this person as this is my meal ticket to the next rank.
Right.
How can I help this person? How much, especially with an opportunity like this, how much money do you need to make life work for you at the end of the month?
That's it.
It's not, yes, we can say, we got Dr. Raphael Spiller who make, $10 million, $18 million. Yeah, we got Apostle Steve who does, $1,500 a day on trade. Yeah, we got this person who does, yeah. How much do we need you to make to make life better for you?
Yeah.
If everybody can duplicate that question, how much do you need? Not how, do you need to see this person making this kind of money? Okay, I need an extra $100 a day. Okay, we got a product. We can help you make an extra $100 a day. That $100 a day is going to shift something for them.
Yes.
Right.
Not about your rank. It's going to shift something for them. And the more you help people shift life for them,
That's it.
life will begin to shift for you. And so then you don't have to build commissions. You can really build authentic relationships with people to where now, okay, if $100 extra is going to help, well, that $100 could help that person take care of daycare,
That's it.
for the side job that they still have.
Uh-huh.
And so right now it's not about, which that was before when we did this, everybody was just about bashing a job.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're not trying to bash jobs now. That's what's paying the subscription. That's what's paying the subscription.
Thank you. Yes, that's what we always said. You got to let your job is supposed to fund it until you don't need it anymore.
Yes. So helping people get to that place where it's like, hey, no, we're not telling people to quit their job tomorrow.
Right.
That's not the thing. However, the focus being the relationship, not the compensation plan. Because especially in network marketing, people, what's the compensation plan? What's the compensation plan?
Mm-hmm.
We can preach compensation plan all day long, but if you fail to connect with a person,
that's it.
They'll join this month and won't be around next month.
Thank you. And that was something that I know I learned early on, the word rapport. Building rapport with someone.
Yes.
And it's so important. And I remember someone saying, you want to, as all of us that are on this webinar, you're trying to figure out who is this person, that I want to talk to about this opportunity or something. You heard a conversation with a friend or a neighbor or coworker that they have a need, but you may not be able to stand each other. And so why on God's green earth would you go to someone to partner with, that you don't have a connection with, you don't have any rapport? And I remember someone saying to me, you want to look at teaming up with someone that when you go on a trip, on a cruise, you want to have fun with them and not throw them overboard.
That's right.
You're like, oh, did they slip? I'm sorry, that wasn't. I can tell you, I've had people, and I learned this the hard way. We talked about this. We've had people that we partnered with that I would have paid them to leave.
Please.
How much you
I
need?
will pay your subscription for you. Just leave. I'll pay it like you're here, so I can keep.
Yes, and that's how we felt. It's like, and it creates a poison. In the toxic, just like you said, toxic environment. And there are people we've had to say, you know what, we don't think this will be a good fit. And you have to be okay with saying that, because this thing, and you said it perfectly. We're the people, that they'll see, and they may never see the CEO. They may never reach some of the other people. And so if you don't understand that, for those of us who know the word, or we're Christians or believers, we're the only Bible people see. We're the Bible people see, and someone may never they won't get that experience with Jesus or their higher power. But if they're looking at you and you represent something that's awesome and amazing and life-changing, they're going to be like, yeah. And it doesn't matter about who else they reach, but that connection. And that's how I had this connection that I was just a sponge. I was just like this all the time. When he said, call me if you need any help, he would be in the bathroom. His wife would be like, Erica, he's in the bathroom. I'd be like, I'll hold. I'm like, yeah, he done yet?
You're hungry, you're whole. You're whole.
That is it.
Yeah. When you're hungry, it's like, okay.
That's the relationship, and it's not bad. And I remember years ago, the mistake sometimes we can make in this industry, being on all the time. And that's the mistake I made. I was just on all the time. If someone couldn't sleep and they had insomnia, they wanted to text me at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm up here like, oh, here's the answer, and I'm like, no, that was in the training. I'm not, I cannot, there's no apron strings. I'm not going to, and so it's a big mistake to do that. But that connection and building that rapport, it starts, and I used to tell him this all the time, the training piece to me with someone that I may partner with, that starts with the first conversation we have. Starts with the very first conversation we have.
Well, you're automatic. Matter of fact, let's talk about that. That'll take us to our next deal here. I wrote down, building rapport is a skill set. And it is something that has to be learned. We don't come out the womb knowing how to connect with somebody. And so you surely don't start a business that requires connection with other people and just say, I'm going to do it the way I connected with my friends in high school. No, that's not work.
Yeah.
And it takes like webinars like this, training like this, where you are literally making a purposeful effort to learn, I'm going to use a word that's not really used often now anymore, but to learn emergenetics, to learn personalities, to learn the types, the archetypes of people, what makes people tick, what makes them, what excites them, what motivates them, and taking that information and using it to help them out. So now in doing that, in building that skill set, how do you qualify a person to work with them? It's almost like profiling them. You're saying, okay, do I even want this person on my team? How do you do that?
I love that. That is something that he started doing, which helped me. He ran into I came across a guy named by the name of Randy Gage. I know you probably have heard of him. And then he found a female for me, in a sense, in the industry called, her name is Danny Johnson. She became my mentor that just changed my life and my life. And so he learned this phrase about qualifying. And he would tell me, he would say, well, Erica, you know, we really don't want to just always just start spewing out and talking about it. At that time, it was vitamins and shakes. And, you know, as soon as someone said their knees hurt, oh my God, I got this, you know, this vitamin for arthritis, you know, and they're like, whoa.
I got a metabolic tablet. I got.
And that's what I love about.
My name is Stephen. How are you?
I know, yes. And you kind of like just start throwing up on people. And so my husband started, you know, we would order these what do you see, cassettes at the time?
Cassettes.
They were cassettes at the time.
Some people don't know what those are.
Yeah, for you younger generation, there's cassettes. And God forbid if something happened, you have to stick a pencil or a pen. That's a whole nother story.
Rolling
That is what we use because, again, it's like you're interviewing. You know, when you interview for a job, they ask you these questions. You know, what do you bring to the company? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And you're working with these people. Like we said, we're building relationships. So you need to know, like you said, where their mind is. Where's their heart? And so my husband, you know, would give people these cassettes, which did not talk about our company, didn't talk about our product, but it was more so opening their mind up, you know, and we felt as though, okay, all right. So if this person listened to this, and now for us, it's a link, it's a video. And so if they don't receive that,
this one.
yes, if they sitting on here and make, you know, it's like, we already know we can't work together. I'm sorry. You know, this ain't for you. And so that cuts out a lot of the crap of some of the stuff you said. You gotta, you know, did you verify? Did you get all that stuff done? And it's been a week. Well, you know, the dog was sick, and then, you know, my mama hurt her toe. You know, but if you're qualified,
yeah, it just really helps with that whole sifting and sorting process.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, you know, we would use the cassettes as a basically a pre-qualification tool, and it worked very well with doing that. And then as time went on, we went on to use other tools that work in that same capacity that had the same effect. So it was like a real good system that we had in place to do that. And it also helped with one of the things in network marketing that people run into in terms of having a problem with or is a negative aspect of it is that piece where they get the rejection. The rejection, because no one wants to hear the word no. No one wants to be told no, right?
And sometimes.
So, you know, it's that in and of itself is a mindset training that an individual has to go through in this industry to be able to understand exactly what the no is, right? They have to be able to understand what the no is, and it is you have to have this paradigm shift to be able to, you know, to grasp that, because if not, the first person that tells you no, it'll devastate you. And you know what in most companies, you know, what they tell you is, you know, you create your list of, you know, 100 people. You know, the first 25 probably are like your cousins, sisters, brothers.
Yep, everybody.
And the first 10
pastor, right after you finish.
He's gonna be a good one.
It just never fails. It's like the first 10 you call, they like just blast you out the water. So you get that rejection, and if you're not mentally prepared to handle it, it can devastate you. So that's another thing that really helps with you know, with helping that individual just get started. To get their mindset straight on how that piece works.
Yeah, and if they're not open to the qualifying piece, you already know you got to do that pulling and dragging. And so that's what we did. And we still do it now. People go, oh, well, send me a link. I want information about this. But I got a posture about myself that I only work with certain people. I already have this in my head. I already know the type of personality, the type of hungriness already. So I'm going to send you something and see how you respond to it. And if you respond in the way that I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, they can follow orders. They can follow instructions.
Okay, they pay attention to detail. They got it.
That's it. Yeah. They're hungry. They may not. I've had people even like me. I don't understand it. How do I get started? Mm-hmm. I don't understand it, but this something is sitting with me. I need this. And this is before they've seen anything, before they've had any three-way call. And we've just found things to kind of help to get people to just open their mind to think maybe this could be a solution to their problem. And that just helped. It helped a lot more. And then we could start that process. But like you said, it was a skill set. I'm so glad that he found out and understood that we needed to qualify this person just like a boss, because I didn't have the mindset that this was going to be a company. This was our corporation. This was not a little thing. This was not his wife's little thing on the side. This was going to be serious. Mm-hmm. And so that was my mindset that, okay, well, I'm like the CEO now. I just can't have anybody in our space, anybody in this group, this family. And that's where that qualifying piece is. So it's just, we take it so seriously, and we're not like trying to keep people out, but we want to repel the wrong people and bring the right people in so that we can, like you say, help them with whatever problem they need, because we're just in the solution business. We're in the problem solving business.
That's right.
That's it. The qualification piece.
I love it. You all mentioned some things I'm writing down. And so I'll just put this out here right now. This is episode 1.
Okay.
Because you all are speaking of things that, like, I go back over all these years in network marketing. There are things that this I'm going to sound real old. Folks say this new age church, I'm about to say this new age network marketing,
right.
Things that they do not talk about anymore. One is tools and resources. Mm-hmm. Everybody, you sign up, you get this product, you order this, you got paying this subscription. There's no tools for personal development. There's no tools for learning. There's no tools for building business. There's no tools for relationship building. There's no tools. It's just pay your subscription, get your product, rank up,
Go out and talk to everybody. You just throwing stuff up to see what sticks. And then they come back like a wounded dog. Right. Everybody said no.
Right. So having that skill set to expand on that mindset of no. How do you even one of the things that I was taught and then began to teach others was, how do you even formulate your conversation, since you already know they're going to say no? Mm-hmm. How do you formulate your conversation where their no is actually yes? So when they're saying no, because most people's mindsets are just trained for no. They're just going to say no for everything. They just no for everything.
You said that earlier, that they do that because it's like, oh, I've never heard of it, so it must not be real.
Right.
They're already set. They're already programmed. And that's a whole nother.
So I know with the company I was with, one of my questions I would ask, because I got used to people saying no, so I formulated the question in a way where their no would mean yes. And so I would say, would you mind if I paid you to shop with me? And they would say, no, I don't mind. Yeah. That no, that in their minds, they were saying no, but it actually meant yes. So then that would lead to the next thing that I could speak to. So I think that's an episode that we can talk about on how to handle the rejection, how to handle someone saying no to you. Understand that's not the end of the world. Somebody saying no does not mean that you didn't join the wrong thing. It could still be a blessing to you. They're just at a place right now that they do not understand what's taking place. However, if you're seriously hungry, they just like, I don't understand, but you know that they bring value, and you know that if they get it, it will be amazing journey for everybody. Okay, I'll help you understand. I'll spend the night and help you understand this.
That's it. You said that. You said everything, because that's where I was. I didn't know, and most times we don't know what we don't know. And so I see Glenn I saw a little thing popped up, but this is what happened to me, because I was that person that I would say no to people. So I knew I thought what they were thinking. I was already ready. I could see you follow me around in the store, and I'm like, she's going to ask. I already know. I already know. I was like, I'm already ready. I already got my wall up. I'm just ready. I'm ready to say no. But I realized that, like he said, they don't have enough information, but also not to take it personal, that no had nothing to do with me. It just meant that they didn't know what I had to offer. And he used to say this, the value, just like you said, they don't know the value. They don't know what this is going to do. We know because it did it for us, but they don't know. So I just never took the no personally. There were times when you and I both know when it's people that we're close to and that we just knew, and then we got their reaction, and it just was like it hurt. It just really it hurt. I'm being nice, but it hurt. It's like, really?
Yeah.
When I know what you're going through,
exactly.
I know this could help you.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. And then you got the nerve to say no to me, and I don't think that's, and you listening to all those, well, I can say this, but I think most of us, you listen to all them white folks, doesn't hurt at all. But I know those aren't the people who would be open to making those necessary changes that they needed to make.
What they would need is not just more information, but it goes back to even a part of that you talked about at the top. It wasn't information that gentleman showed you. It was lifestyle.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lifestyle. He, before there was any vitamins or whatever, he was the product.
Yep.
Wow. You just said
you didn't buy the product. You bought him.
That's it. Yeah. Because I wanted that. I wanted what I saw.
Right.
I wanted that. And I know some people will be fake in front, like they don't, oh no, I'm good, I'm whatever. But I'm like, what he had to us was what we didn't have was freedom.
Right.
Just freedom. He was locked in with the military. I mean, I'm like, okay, now I got to go get another job. And when we heard the story, that's a whole nother thing. I learned to be a great storyteller. When we heard their story, I just was like, what? It wasn't hype. It was just story. And that story was like, that's what I want. And so he did everything he could. Number one was asking me, what was it that we needed? And when we told him, this is what's going on with us as a couple, I mean, honest stuff, about to fall apart, about to divorce, the finances, just thinking about divorcing because this is just too much. Right. And he, just coming in and, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. How much income? I'm going to hold your hand. Just when we would move and go to a new duty station, going there, traveling, doing an event, staying in our home, sleeping in my daughter's SpongeBob bed. That's the relationship stuff. Putting his Rolex on the windowsill and his $1 million jacket in the closet where my kids' clothes is. Okay. And so
absolutely. That's real relationship. And that's also modeling real leadership.
Yes.
And so
that's
what also helps to support a good downline when you have good leadership in place to model. So then you can't, though just watching the video, you cannot just send this link because we know that's the new way of training these days. Yeah. So you can't send this link. Say, oh, hey, we got some of our coaches on the line, and we want to send you this link. Want you to watch this?
Yeah.
They can watch it all day, but if you haven't modeled it to them, all they're going to look at this video and do is say, oh, well, our leader didn't do that. You want to model good leadership in order to support your downline, which brings us to this next deal that I said will be another episode that we would talk about as well. Three-way calling.
Mm.
We don't do that anymore. That's a way to support your downline. Okay. Matter of fact, all of the calls I made today were not even for people to sign up under me. I'm running late for my martial art class. I'm running late. In between that, I'm late for Bible study, only to handle phone calls for my team who are asking, hey, Apostle Steve, can you talk to this person in Texas? Can you talk to this person in Indiana? People I have never met, but because I want to model good leadership,
Right.
not about, oh, this is commission. No, this is going to help my team member.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
So this 15-minute conversation is going to be a blessing to my team member. So now we can't see that as a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not a waste of time. I'm pouring into my downline. I'm pouring into this person. I know that if they get 2 people, their services will be free.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's huge.
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge.
So why wouldn't you, or why wouldn't someone else? And I can tell you, you had asked me a question in the beginning. That is how I and my husband, we were able to move so fast without knowing everything. And that's why, when I sent you the message, I was like, I want that shirt and the one you have on, because I was totally clueless. He understood it more than I did, because that was his family's lifestyle. They did their own thing. They were entrepreneurs. I didn't understand this. So there were the videos, there were the cassettes and whatever. And he would say, do this, but he would say, get me on the phone. And he would say, don't do it by yourself. I'm like, well, these people don't know you. You don't understand. She ain't getting on the phone with you, and I had that mindset.
It was all about that triangle, baby. It was all about that triangle. We ran it hard.
I did. I did. Because if I had somebody that had the lifestyle, like you said, just had the time freedom, and my cousin, my friend, my coworker, they knew me. They knew I didn't have a financial success business bone in my body. So why would they listen to me? And so I learned how to edify. I learned how to introduce this friend. And what it showed, I tell people what it's showing people, for those of you who think, you don't want to do 3-way calling, what it shows your friend or your person that this is something that they don't have to do by themselves.
And they don't have to know all the answers.
Yes. And we would just look, and we would go, our team just started growing. And then what was so funny here, we were the new people, and he did a spin on us. And he called me and said, Erica, I know you've only been in a little while, but I have this stay-at-home mom that I want you to do a 3-way call with. And I'm like, huh? I didn't even finish my training. What are you talking about? A 3-way call, how am I going to help her? He said, number 1, it's not about you. He said, and number 2, she can relate to you because you were in the same situation as she's going to receive me because of our relationship. And so like Patrick said, that triangle, I just would get them on the phone, and I would say, well, he has some, answers that I may not have because I'm still new. And I always used to say, and I still say this, we still would do 3-way calls. Being in the business since 2000, we still would get someone else on the phone because it's not about us. It was always about that person. Yeah. And so I just made it about that person and say, you know what? I don't want to mess it up for you. Let me get he or her on the phone so that you can get your questions answered, so that you can get what you need. I had to take me out of the equation, even though I was in the equation, but to step back, they literally were like, oh my God, it felt so good to know that when I'm in that situation, I have you or I have someone else. So that 3-way call, it literally just exploded our business.
Yeah. And that's a matter of trust.
Yes.
And so again, all of this, one of the things I enjoy about and have enjoyed about my whole journey in network marketing, I think, now I'll probably get put out of church for saying this.
Just tell the truth. That's how. Just tell the truth and call a thing, honey.
The journey of network marketing developed me more than the church did.
That
Come on now.
Yeah.
There is a somebody just preached about that not too long ago.
Yeah.
But
that's my story. And I tell that a lot to a lot of people who I would encounter who was so, how do I say this? I want to say churchy, who was so just that they would miss out.
Lifestyle. Right.
Yeah, it was, there was just this wall.
Right.
And so when I just growing up in the church, being close to God, and I've shared it with him, I've shared it with all my team would know, I became more closer to God and just changed my life when network marketing came into my life.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationships were even more stronger and more tighter and trust than my family, than my church relationships.
And that's
a lot.
With that trust issue there, you can do three-way calling with your leader because you trust the leader. So you don't have to look at that as your leader's going to backdoor you, and try to get them to sign up under them instead of under you and all that kind of stuff. Nobody is thinking that way. We desire to help you get to the next level. So we're looking forward to those three-way phone calls. We are looking forward to writing it down in the calendar.
That's what we told us, because we're invested in you.
That's right.
We need to tell people we cannot be successful without helping you be successful.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I loved about
it. And we also, let them know that, no one is going to make more from your business, your personal business. No one's going to make more from your personal business than you.
Yeah.
And my goal is to always give you, you carry your 50 bricks, I'm going to carry my 50 bricks. And together we'll carry 100 bricks and we'll get finished. Right? So, if you're not calling me, then what do you want me to do?
That's right.
The trust is huge. The trust piece is huge. And the edification piece is huge, because it is kind of, yeah. And that was something that we, they would say, well, I don't know this person and I don't, but I would always take it back to whatever I knew the person was dealing with. And I said, well, remember you had this issue and da, 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 da. I would say, oh my God. I said, can you imagine, being able to do X, Y, Z? I'm like, but this person has. And I said, and that is just, you got to bring it back to that person's, the thing that's hurting them the most.
Right.
But if it's all, well, he makes a lot of money and drives a Rolls and, you got to get on the phone and talk to them. People they don't care, they're about to lose their house, their car.
Rolls is not helping me. They about to turn my lights out in the morning.
Thank you.
No, to tell me that somebody has a Rolls Royce is not helping me at all.
And I would tell them, that's awesome. And when we first got started, a lot of the people that we became really close friends to, a lot of the top leaders, they had the Lamborghinis and had the Ferraris. And I'm a car person. I love nice things. I want I told him I want one for every day of the week. That's just me. That's just me. And I said, but when I meet someone who they're about to lose their house, and if all I'm talking about is, oh, but you can drive this nice car one day, you've lost it.
To park it.
You're gonna be sleeping in it.
Right. So that's keeping, I love it. That's keeping the main thing the main thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Gotta connect.
That's it.
It's that connection there. That's that connection.
It's coming. It's coming. I would tell them it's coming. Yeah. I said, but what is your Lamborghini? And if your Lamborghini is, I got to pay for daycare, let's start there.
Right.
Let's start there. Because I didn't even consider home ownership years ago. That was not even a thought. I never considered driving a luxury car. For me, it just wasn't a thought because of how I grew up. Mm-hmm. You just didn't, it didn't take all that. You didn't need all those things. You just got to be humble and, just keep the little old car you have. then when I became a part of network marketing and I saw people who were living in ways that, I'm just going to say it, that the people around me in church weren't even living, they were talking it, but were not living it.
Absolutely.
You know, so you're telling me to do all this stuff and bounce around 3 times and do whatever, but then I come over here and these people are kind. They're offering up information that can change my family's life. They're not telling me, well, if I tell you I got to kill you kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's you do this, you get that. And something you said the other night that I love, and I've been saying it for a long time, but you put your spin on it. And I remember having a conversation with our first the guy that we partnered with, and we were sitting in the living room floor, had already made millions. And I said, how is it that you can have all of this? He went to church, I went to church. He tithed, I tithed. And I'm like, this is just unbelievable. And he said, God is not a respecter of person. And you said that the other day, but you said he is a respecter of principles. When I learned those principles throughout the course of building my business and personal development, I was like, oh, it's more to it than just praying and I believe. No, you got to think. You got to ask. You got to see it. You got to believe it, you know, and you got to work. You got to, you know, when you pray, God, please send me an opportunity, send me somebody. And then that body comes to you and I'm that body and you tell me, well, I got to pray about it first. I got so tired of hearing that. I said, the next person that said it to me,
send you a fix. That's what he's about to send you.
I'm like, I told him, I said, the next person to say that to me, and especially like you said, after you told me your bills are due, you're about to lose your house, you're fighting. And then I come to you and you say, oh, I got to pray about it. I said, we're going to join hands and we're going to bow our heads.
Pray right now.
We're going to pray
right now.
Right now. Absolutely.
And they make it an excuse. And it's hard to, I'm not going to say it's hard. I don't deal with it anymore because I know it is an excuse. But for some people who, if they have that relationship and they really are hungry, like me, they know that they know that they know God sent this opportunity. I don't understand it. I don't know how it works, but he is going to give me everything I need to make it work. And it just did. And so I'm like, it's hard when people throw that God card, I call it. When they throw that God card, it's almost like, now what you going to say? Come on with your opportunity. And I'm like, no, boo, you got the wrong. Bye.
Wrong one. We're going to pray right now. So listen, if you are watching this, okay, we are giving you amazing tools and resources to be able to apply immediately.
Yes.
Okay? So you don't have, we're already, like, literally, we've given you a script. we have given
you should have been taking notes.
Was not to say, okay, you know what to do if someone was to say to you, I gotta pray about it. You already know what to do. We're gonna pray right now. I'm gonna pray with you.
Come on, let's call him down.
Listen, this has been so good. They're saying in the Telegram, they said this makes me want to sign up again. This makes me want to sign up.
Now, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. So we've talked about so much on this call. Y'all give us about 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
This has been amazing. And I knew it would be. I knew it would be. So we talked about a story. Yeah. So this is what you're doing. You are developing your story. So as you are prospecting or recruiting or qualifying and shifting, and sifting, this is what you are doing. You, in the time when we get off this line tonight, you are going to go and develop your story. This is not where you are trying to keep people out your business. It's your business that's going to bless your business. God, dog.
Woo, that's good. Let me write that down.
That's good right there. That's good right there. It's not about keeping your business. No, people want to know that you were in that position where your lights were about to be cut off. People want to know that you were in that position where your car was about to be repossessed. Okay. And you took the car, you knew that you needed to make that car payment, but you knew that this was an opportunity that you could not miss.
Oh my God. You
took.
That was us. So if everybody's out there, you're hearing That is most people.
Yeah.
That is most people. They are one check away from being homeless. I mean, we literally, and most of you all, if you want to keep it real, most of us have had our car either repossessed or close to it. And
we got the letter in the mail. They knocked on the door. The tow truck was out in the driveway, but it was, thank God we had a garage. Thank God we had a garage.
Look, almost ended up in the emergency room, breaking your neck, running from the door, looking out the blinds because you hear a sound and it's the garbage truck. And you think it's
Repo Joe.
So I'm telling you all, this is something that, and we keep it real. We're authentic. We tell people those stories. So like he said, sometimes we're like, we don't want people to all in our business, but when you're connected with the right person and this person is hungry and they say they prayed about it, and not only have they prayed about it, they're coming to you. So you need to now, even though you haven't learned everything, even though you don't know what a pipette, and oh Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Like RSI, what's RSI? Who says who they calling? Who they calling? No, he said call RSI. No, he ain't said call RSI.
What's like? I remember Gladys Knight and the Pips. Yeah, okay, that's pretty. I can get with that. Yes. But if you tell people, I just was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I heard this. I saw this. I don't understand it, but I just made a decision. I just decided, and I don't know. This is something I always say. I don't know if this is for you or not. I don't know. It may not be. I give people an out. Say, you know what, this may not be for you, but I remember talking to you the other day and you mentioned this. If I get you on the phone, with a person who can get your questions answered, would you be open to that? Would you be open to that? And it's a solution to their problem. So you're already bringing it back to what they said. They told you they don't know how they're going to pay the car note. They told you. We didn't have the money to get started when we started years ago. I had to make a dreaded phone call to my mom, my grown self, to say, Mom, I found this opportunity. It's going to help me, stay home and help, and I'm trying to figure it out. And she was like, well, put Patrick on the phone. And I was like, okay. And she said, well, what do I need to do? That was how we got started, because we were so tired of being sick and tired that we were hungry. And so we share that with people. When people say, I don't have the money, say, you do? That's not being in your business, but you're connecting already. And they're like, oh, wow, they started this with no money too. And now their wheels are turning.
Right.
Their wheels are turning. You want them to go to bed that night and they cannot stop thinking about you and what you said or that three-way phone call. And that's how we were. After that three-way phone call, we couldn't even sleep. It's like, are you up? No, are you up? And it's like, what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
And we got started the next day. And that was in 2003. And within 6 or 7 months, we had replaced the income that I lost on my job.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
And I hadn't even met the owner and CEO yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one thing I wanted to add. It's kind of, this is a little inject on when you're talking about the story. It just kind of came to mind. One thing that I just want to commend you on that you're doing like an awesome job with is helping people create their story. Now, when I say that, one of the biggest things that people encounter in this business is someone always asks, well, how are you doing with it? Or how's it working for you? Right? That's one of the things that people always ask. And what you're doing is when you're doing the training on how to do the trading, right? And people are learning to do the trades, and they're making those profits, right? Making those profits. So that in and of itself is showing that, the product works, the training works. Mm-hmm. So they're getting that the profits, and that's creating that story. That's that success story. There are so many people that join so many companies that their first 30 days, first 60 days, first 90 days, first 12 months don't make a dime.
Nope.
And they stick with it. Month in, out, paying at least $100 a month. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
At least $100 a month in an auto ship.
Yeah,
Minimum.
show up for everything. They just love being a socialite. That's all
And
they
ain't
do.
made a dime yet.
Ain't made a dime.
Yeah, but this.
And what you're doing, you're showing us how to make profits immediately. Right? That's huge. That's huge. And for everyone who's listening to this call, that is so huge for you to add to your story as you go out and you talk to different people about the business, about the opportunity, about what we're doing here. It's so huge that you're actually making profits from like day one.
And it doesn't matter if it's $1 or if you don't even get that much of a raise when you've been at your job for 90 days, 6 months, and they give you a 40-cent raise. I mean, it just, we just.
I took a guy today, and in a meeting, he kind of gave me a look, I showed him a 25-cent trade and how it did. I think that when I showed him was like $16 or something like that. And he was like, well, that's just $16. So I took a quarter out of my bag and put it in his hands. I said, now I just showed you how I made $16 from a quarter in 10 minutes. I'm going to put this quarter in your hands, and we'll sit here and talk for 10 minutes. I want you to bring me $16 back.
That's good.
So that can't be done. Right. So then don't disqualify this $16.
Wow.
This is an amazing opportunity. Look at the value of what we are bringing to the life of somebody who can take a quarter. And then when you break this down, we'll get off the line. Watch how powerful this is. Okay. I upload my account with $100. Okay. I do my 10-cent trade. And you had Eric this morning, one of his trades for 10 cents. It's like $19 and some change. Okay. Eric has not signed anybody up. This is not a residual check.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
This is 10 cent. His 10 cent made $19 and some change. So now you put $100 on your account. You make $19 and change. So let's round it up, say $20. You do that 5 times. You've made $100. You take $50 of that, withdraw it from your account.
Right.
Hold the money in your hand. You can feel it. You can say it's real. You can go to somebody and say, this is real. I made $50.
Right.
And that same 100 is still on your account.
Right.
You go do the same process again. Make another 100. Withdraw 50. Now you got $100 in your hand. That same $100 is still on your account. And you just go do it all over again. But now you have 200 on your account.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's priceless.
That's priceless. So to be able to learn this skill, share it with someone else, and now you have the tools available to you to go to somebody and say, listen. How much can I help you do in the next month? I have to have. My car is about to be repossessed. I need an extra $300. Or I've paid my car note. Right. My car isn't about to be repossessed. Yeah. But my insurance hasn't been paid.
Yeah.
So it's still, I'm still afraid of the police.
Hello.
Because while my car note is paid, I don't have insurance. Well, how much is your insurance payment? My insurance payment is such and such. Okay, what if I can put you on the phone with somebody? Listen, at this point, I haven't registered anybody. I'm not making it a residual. I'm learning right now. But I can put you on the line with some people who have received some great benefits, and I believe they can help you generate your insurance payment.
That's good. That's it.
You just change the person. Forget, I can put you on the phone with a millionaire. I can put you on the phone. No, I can put you on the line with someone that I believe can help you generate your insurance payment.
Yep.
That's it.
And if you
that back.
say that again,
You gotta always bring it back to their need.
absolutely.
What they're hurting for, and put it in that. That is it. Not what we want, but what they want. What's hurting them. Period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been amazing. And the people that we started off on the line with are on the line. It's increased by a few numbers, which has been amazing. So you all didn't go anywhere. And you all have been communicating in the Telegram. And I know I think some people have a problem with the registration deal on their Androids or whatever. So we're going to try to figure that out. But outside of that, we are excited that you all were on the call tonight. Erica and Patrick, thank you all so much for your wisdom. And I really, as I said to you all before, I think we have an opportunity to build a platform here of a lifetime where you have tools, resources, and training like this for people who may have never been in the business before. They've never heard of network marketing, but it's something to try out. Or maybe they've been afraid of it before, or maybe they were a part of it before, but didn't have tools and resources to help them be successful. So to be able to provide a platform like this where we're able to do this, and it continues and perpetuates, because all it's just doing is sharing the link and sharing the link. It has been an amazing experience. So this is what I'm going to do right before we get off the line. I'm going to open it up for a Q&A. All right. We're going to take 3 questions, and we're going to take 3 questions. And what I'll do is I'll let Erica and Patrick answer the questions.
Okay, now I am serious about asking questions. That is one of the biggest things, that the biggest mistakes people make when you have somebody and we're not special. I love what Spiller said. We're not special. None of us are special. But I can tell you, a closed mouth does not get fed. And you better ask the questions, and there is no stupid questions. So please don't feel like, we're not going to answer a question. We really are an open book, because that's just, we're just like you all.
Very, very successful. Rhea, hey, you good. Okay. So everybody, a question going on. Question.
Thank you, Rhea. I see the alert. Thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Natalie.
And I am absolutely amazed by what's taking place. This is being viewed in Pakistan. This is being viewed in Nigeria. Yeah, that's Nigeria. This is being viewed in Virginia. This is being viewed in Indiana. This is being viewed in Texas. I am so excited at the opportunity that we're providing for others to be a part. So I haven't seen any questions yet, which is
she's
great.
Fired up. All right, Rhea.
Which is good stuff. I had someone today who hadn't been on the webinars, and they were asking me. They said, "What is all of this of everybody putting the same thing in the Telegram at the same time? Like what is that?" I said, "Well, man, you got to get on the webinars. There's people responding to the webinars. Okay,
I love it. I love getting all the dings. I love seeing it. It is such a good feeling, because we all know, even those, I know those are their view that still have jobs. You go to work sometimes in the morning, people won't even speak to you. It's like, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. And then you get up in the morning and you see great morning. You see great morning. And it may not even be a great morning for people. Right. But to see that, now they're like, okay, I'm going to have a great morning in spite of. Not just, some of us, we can say, this is the day that the Lord has made, and then we go in the corner and just, need some medication. Right. We're so depressed.
Okay, we have a question.
Yay.
It says, how do you effectively build your team when you are still struggling yourself? Do you wait until you get your feet wet? How do you approach that?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, that's where we were.
Yeah, I mean, we all
We
start at the same
Yeah.
spot. You know, no one starts off knowing everything. You're not an expert when you first get started. The best way to um, to do that, one of the key things is the personal growth and development. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Working on yourself as you're working on building your team, but then also utilizing. That's where you utilize your expert. Utilize your upline to help you build your team. Because I can remember when we first got started, we didn't know anything. We were like excited and all that other stuff, but we didn't know anything about the business. So we were, as you asking the question, we were struggling ourselves. So the best thing that we could do was use our expert. So we did that. But all while we were using our expert, we were also working on ourselves to make ourselves better people.
Yeah.
And you take those two and you mesh them together and you end up with a good end product.
And I can answer that because we were struggling so bad on the outside. We looked like we had it all together, but on the inside, we were in the garage talking about maybe we can't make it. Maybe we just need to go our separate ways. We had the IRS on our back. We were paying them. And so when we, became a part of this, of this industry, it was like, okay, watch this video. And I'm like, well, what am I going to watch this video for? But when I watched the video, I started thinking differently. My mind started opening up. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's not as bad. These other people went through that, but now look at where they are. And so that personal development piece, you all, and he said it earlier, you've got to work on yourself. And we used to hear this so much in the industry that I got sick of it, but it's the truth. Work on yourself harder than your business. You still want to watch the videos. You still want to make sure your attitude. I remember we had a lady, was she a major? What's her name in Germany? We had, we didn't sign her up into the business, what someone else did. And, she was just a very, she was a rough and tough lady, in the military. And, I remember she called me one day and I said, well, let's get together. She said she was thinking about, this wasn't for her. Maybe she made the wrong mistake. And so we had a little team gathering at the house. And I remember her saying, well, I can't sign anybody up and this doesn't work. And, and I was like, well, can I ask you a question? Why are you doing this? And that's a whole nother episode too.
Why?
Very, very important for those times when you want to, like, I think I made the wrong decision. And I asked her, I said, well, why did you, what did you do this for? And I said, well, she looks at me and she said, well, I don't like people. I don't like people.
ION.
And I'm like, well, I didn't know what else to say, but why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Who would partner with you? And so it's just being real and letting people know this is where I am, but I found something that could possibly take me out of this situation of struggling. But I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but oh my God, I just made $1 in something, which I didn't make this, and it just, that story. So that's what helped us. So we were still struggling, still learning, still growing. And then the more we grew, people started looking at us going, what are you doing?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it was the growth. It wasn't necessarily the lifestyle. We didn't have the lifestyle yet. They just saw us changing. And so they're like, well, what is this? Why are you all so happy? You're on Facebook, you're doing that. So just, you still keep doing it and you're going to keep growing and just be real and authentic with people.
That's right.
That's all you have to do. But we all start the same way. It's an equal opportunity. We all started the same way. We all paid the same amount. We all had the same things. We may not have shared it with you guys, but it's just the norm. Nobody starts this, not too many of us, not struggling and wanting a way out.
That's correct.
That was a good question. Thanks, Latoya.
Thanks, Latoya. And it's out of Virginia. I think one of the other steps with that we put in the group is what we should be listening to every morning. Earl Nightingale.
Yes.
We're listening to the strangest secret. That's a part of that development process.
See, I paid attention and I follow instructions. This is the index card with asking it.
That's right.
Listening, you should be following instructions.
Following instructions. That's helping with that development. That's helping you come out of that struggle. And then all you're going to do is duplicate it with them and go listen to the same thing. And we listen to this every morning. Okay, so here we have Quincy Williams, and then we have okay, so it's saying, okay, he just put it in both. How do you deal with a couple when you have one person saying yes, wanting to do it, and the other one not wanting to do it? How do you get them both to see the vision?
We have had that happen. Matter of fact, I have an old little booklet here. I was trying to find the that would help you with when you have spouses. But one of the things that we never wanted to do, because we were a couple, we
don't want to cause division.
Yeah, we never wanted to cause division, and so we just would make sure that the people were in agreement. But sometimes they're not going to be in agreement because you have their people. Their belief, they don't believe it, they don't see it. And so there were times when we just had to say, you know what, we don't feel comfortable if the spouse is not in agreement, and we just kind of would step back. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that when you're dealing with couples, that's a whole nother area. But again, that three-way call. So we're available. I mean, and we're available. You have a couple that, so and that's where that three-way call, it helps in all situations. And I don't know, I mean, we're still new with how everything works, but it doesn't matter if you're under someone, above someone, we're a family, we're a team. So if we can help, let us know. And that's how you can use that three-way call, is to get someone on the phone. Hey, if I were to get you on the phone with a couple, who could answer your questions better than I can, would you be open to doing that? And we don't mind it.
Absolutely. Amazing questions. There are people they're making, of course, people are trading while they're on the call.
Yes. I'm missing out.
Somebody put in there, overseer put in there, I got paid to hear y'all share this awesome training.
I ain't mad at you. Where else could you do that, y'all?
Where else can you be getting good training and hit close? Hit close. Like, oh, that was good profit right there. What'd she say?
And our feelings are not hurt. That's why you can go back and watch the replay.
Right.
But that's important too. That's the whole piece. That's a story.
That's a story.
Yeah, that in and of itself is a story.
Oh my God, I would be telling that story all over the place. And for those of you, I'm probably a little off topic, but for those of you who feel like you don't have a story, do what I did. Tell someone else's story.
Until you get your own.
Yeah, until you get your own. Yeah, I said, oh my God, you remind me of so-and-so. I have this guy, oh my God. And they were like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Because that's why infomercials work so well, because people buy stuff off of emotion.
Right.
Do things, sometimes we make a decision off of emotion. And so if they see that and hear that and they're like, oh my God, that's me, that's my story. Oh, well, who do I need to talk to? But if you're making it all about you and the hype and everything else, then you lose people. You lose the good people. So that's, I'm sorry, I went off topic.
You lose the connection.
That's
and we'll end with this. That's what make events so special. Because after you have used these people's stories to benefit your business, and you have connected with other people through their stories, now they get to come to an event and meet the people you were talking about.
And take your phone so you can take a picture with that
person.
So you can show your friend, look, see, I was telling you about it. That's what I did. Oh my gosh, I was chasing people down. Oh my God, I've been telling your story. Oh my God, can I have a picture?
Oh Lord, this boy's so great. He told me I'm about to sign my dog up. I'm about to sign my dog.
Hey, look, y'all, you find that funny? We did that in our first company. Our dog was a customer.
He was a preferred
like my dog used the dog food, the shampoo.
His name was Pepper Hilliard. I'm telling the truth. They said, well, we can. Hey, he's a customer. If products came, he took the.
We did the same thing. They was like sell 100 PV, eat 100 PV, use 100 PV. All right, this dog shampoo is yours. This is yours.
You gonna take this pill?
Say, well, why do you need 2 dogs? Man, that's volume. That is volume. That is volume.
Oh my God. Who are the stars we could tell? Lord.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoying this because I am.
This has been amazing. And watch this. This is so well. And listen, you should got a hand raised. Prayerfully, this would help you to share this with the people who you are prospecting, who you are qualifying. Share this video with them. Let them know it is not just about trading. It's not just about finding a resistance line and a support line. Yes, that's that one part of it. But come connect with real people who was going through some stuff before we started bringing in $1,000 a month and $5,000 a month and $10,000 a month. Come hear our story first.
Right.
Yeah.
Connect with that. Don't connect with the check, because there is a push that you are going to have to go through.
Exactly.
To get to that check.
Oh yeah.
It ain't just coming to. I know that's bad grammar, but it ain't just coming to you. It is not just falling out of the sky. So to have real leadership who can talk to you and mentor you and guide you through the process and say, yes, we were about to split up. We were about to bust up. This is the real talk. And this is why the call has gone so long and nobody has hung up.
Oh my God, y'all. And look, if some of y'all gotta go,
connection.
Yeah, some of y'all got to go. We understand. We're cool. We're good. Some of y'all need to stay on. We're fine. But I mean, this is what we love, because we've been where most people have been. What is it? Look, Eric, wait a minute.
Eric, like, hold on a minute. I like all this connection stuff. Let me do that scanner flip.
I love it.
Let's talk about this scanner for a minute, real quick.
I tell you what, I said I ain't never doing nothing without that scanner again. I boy, Lord have mercy. I can't.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. So, okay, we're going to post it. They like, hurry up and post the video. Y'all ready to send it out. This has been amazing. Amazing. So I tell you what, you all going to be looking at your phone tonight, looking at the video and watching those trades. And it is 11:01. So let's do this. I'll be back. I'm not going to say I'll be back on for the London session. Let's do some trading together. And, we'll probably take about 6 trades or so, see how that goes, kind of read the charts, look how that it's going. So for those of you that's going to be on, we'll be up and some of you were up with, I was like, forget Apostle, he ain't getting up, we up. We're trading. We're trading. So many of you were sending me your histories for the London session, your 2 a.m. Session for London. That is an amazing session. We're going to do it tonight, in the morning. 2 a.m. We'll be back live again. We're going to take some trades together and make it happen. Hey, love you all. It's been great.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Erica. Thanks, Patrick. Your wisdom, amazing. And so we'll schedule another one for, let's do this. I was going to say next Thursday. But listen, y'all. Listen. Y'all got to show them some love, okay? Thursday nights is their date night. They took out of their date night to come and share with us tonight. So we're not going to do it on Thursday night. We're not going to do the next session on Thursday night. Or y'all enjoy your date night, unless y'all just be like, hey, we enjoyed dinner, we enjoyed each other, let's get on the call and make it happen.
Hey,
That's the way we'll do it. Next Thursday night, we're going to do this again and do episode number 2.
And I want to end on this note, because you talked about the business school book and about helping people. And I learned a quote years ago that helped me. If you focus on helping people instead of, like you said, the commission and the volume, that's going to come. And I will never forget, someone said to me, care more about people than your check. And I promise you, it will grow. But Zig Ziglar, I had a chance to spend time with Zig Ziglar, and he's passed on. But one of the most important things that I learned in keeping with that book that you talked about with Robert Kiyosaki about helping people, and if you can remember that you can get everything in life you want, if you will just help enough people get what they want. And it's the truth.
Read that statement one more time. But that's powerful. That is so powerful.
I'm going to type it in the chat too in a little bit. You can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough people get what they want.
Powerful. Imagine, and people ask, how did you all make, it's documents. People, how did you make $7,000 a month? How did you make $10,000 a month, possibly? Listening to this watch this all night long, playing.
This right here. He goes to bed with his earphones in his ears every night. And one time it was with my mentor, with the female. And I'm like, I got a mistress. But you know what, y'all? I didn't mind it because he was getting that in his spirit. He was getting that in him.
Yes.
And I think you said that. You said that about that when you're, go to bed.
Into your subconscious.
It goes into your subconscious. So think about that too when you're going to bed listening to something or some TV show, and then you wonder why you can't turn the light off at night. What are you getting? What are you putting in there? If you're watching horror movies before you go to bed, well, how you think you're going to sleep? So you need to get something, turn that on, turn Earl Nightingale on. If you didn't listen to it during the morning, cut it on, and just, you can get the audiobook through iTunes, and you can set it as a sleep timer. I don't know if y'all noticed, you can set sleep timers listening to music in iTunes, or your Audible, and your Audible. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll talk about that.
Turn your vehicle into a mobile university.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So while you are commuting to work, you are letting this video play. You're letting the harmonic scanner video play. You're letting the video. So whatever it is, we are building a great platform for you all, our team, to be able to grow, develop, learn, make profits, connect with people. You can be listening to this in your car.
Yes.
Listening to it at work. Getting it in your spirit so that the answers that were given tonight, they become first, not second nature. They become first nature. So when someone says no, you already know what to say. Someone says, I got to pray about it, you already know what to do. You understand? It becomes first nature, and now it's authentic, and it's no longer a script. It's your lifestyle.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's what you want. That's what
it's
you
your
want.
Lifestyle.
That's just who you are.
That's who you are.
It's just who you are. And it feels so much better. I can go out and about. I'm not going out just to recruit someone. That's who I am. It's just a part of me that I'm listening to whatever. I'm listening to your conversation, and I'm asking questions. I am the queen of questions. The more questions you ask, the answers that people give you will tell you whether or not they're even open to being passionate about money. I remember we were in the grocery store in the commissary, and I had on a shirt about be your own boss or something. And the cashier, without me even saying anything to her, she was like, oh, no, I need a boss. I need a boss every day.
That's a person you don't prospect.
That disqualified you. That disqualified you.
Disqualified. So there was no need for me to talk about my opportunity. There was no need for me to get someone on the phone and just waste people's time. I mean, so I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there. But
so you all can tell that we are passionate about helping you get to your next level, because we have closed this webinar out 3 times.
we sound like a pastor, don't we?
As I come to close, I'm getting ready to close.
And like he said,
my
that,
conclusion, as I take my seat,
in the end, leave meeting button.
All right, y'all. It has been amazing. Thanks so much. We're going to be putting the replay in the Telegram and everywhere here in the next couple of minutes.
Love
See
y'all.
y'all at 2 a.m. Trading in London session. Bye for now.